Hi everyone, Linda Heldman here for Canadian Beats. I am beyond thrilled today to have with me on the phone Colin James. Welcome, Colin. Thank you for doing this today.
You bet. Thank you.
This is exciting. You, to me, are a Canadian icon when it comes to the music industry. You've been around for decades, probably more decades than you and I both want to admit to.
I imagine so.
Actually,
At
when I
least
was
I can't
looking,
really claim to the '70s. Thank God. I kind of starts in the '80s, so it's the.
well, I actually have a couple of years on you, so not too many, not too many. Still a '60s baby here, but you have performed everywhere, and it seems with everybody, and just had an amazing, amazing career. Awards up the wazoo, just fantastic career. But what we're here to talk about today is you have just released your 18th CD called Blue Highways. Can you tell us a little bit about this new album?
Really simply, although I've always been connected with blues all my life, it's always been a little bit of a struggle putting out blues records
Mm-hmm.
um, for various reasons. It's often not considered well, for blatantly just obvious things. When you're younger, it's considered a bit of a like you're not going to sell. You need to play rock or you need to play mainstream, and I guess so. So at the line, what I'm getting at is I've always tried to play blues on my record, and often I put them amongst my own songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do a blues song, but I will also do something of mine, which is fine with me. And because you have to keep working and working as a writer and working as a conceptualist as far as trying to get a style of music that's going to work and do the things you need it to do. Um, on the same token, when I've done that, it's kind of created a gray area where the record's not really a blues record. It's a contemporary record with blues influences. This time we wanted to make a blues record, no question about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some originals that I could have put on it, but again, it created that situation where all of a sudden there's some more modern music on it, and it creates that dichotomy and that awkward transition that can be hard to put your. Anyway, we decided this time to make the rules straight blues, no joiners.
Right, right.
And yeah, and it was good because I like it. Sometimes a narrow focus allows you just to kind of relax a little bit. Um, and I really enjoyed that. We were touring with the band, and the idea came on the road. We were sitting around one night, and I said, "Oh man, the tour's coming to an end. I love it when you play this many nights in a row. You get so tight." And we all said, "Well, And I think I leaned over to my manager and said, "Why don't we go on and make a record, a blues record?" And so that's how it started. It was that simple. We went straight into Brian Adams' studio here in town. The minute we got off the road, I think we had put, the band quit the night before, and then we just went straight into the studio and did two marathon days.
Wow, that's great. That's great. I have to
Yeah.
say, I've listened through several times to the CD, and
Mm-hmm.
the one that hits me, the one that is the most recognizable to me, is "Going Down." That one, and as soon
Right.
as you do the first few notes of that one, it's like, oh, I love this song. It is so good. Yes, yes. It's
Yeah, I went on a bit of a Freddie King. Freddie King, I've always loved Freddie King, but he wasn't someone I listened to as much as others. So it felt really good to go back and look at old footage of him playing, and that's how I got Boogie Funk.
mm-hmm.
The first track on the record, I started going into old YouTubes of Freddie King, and Boogie Funk kept on coming up. He played it all over the world. He played it in Sweden, and he played it in Montreal. He plays it all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed it didn't make many of his records, so that was kind of a fun thing. I kind of knew we had to do that song, and that's why it's the first song on the record. I thought it was a nice little way
Ah,
to start things out.
okay. And it's the only track that is totally instrumental, which is nice.
That's right. Yeah, kind of old school blues. Steve Warner playing harmonica, and I got to tell you, he's from Monkey Junk, and I've known Steve. A lot of the guys in Monkey Junk used to come and see me when they were younger kids. I got pictures of some of the guys from Monkey Junk coming to my shows when they were 14 and 15 years
Oh
old.
wow.
So it's so cool to play with Steve now, so many years later, and have him actually add so much to this record. I'm really thankful about that because I thought he did a really. He wasn't in the room when we played it. He was the only guy that had to put his stuff on later,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought he did a real sensitive job at it. He really listened hard and played great. So.
Great. Well, if anyone values my opinion out there, if you're a blues fan, this is a must-have CD. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing album
Thank
and
you.
so please go to iTunes, go get hard copy at your local HMV, wherever you can buy it and definitely get it because yes, it's one that I'm going to definitely be adding to my collection.
Well, what's funny to me. I mean, it's slightly funny. It's like every time I've done a record where people maybe thought I shouldn't. Like the first little big band, you have to understand back then nobody wanted it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nobody could see why I would want to do that.
Yeah.
And took until Brian Setzer put out a record where
Mhm.
people kind of went, oh, now we understand.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's funny, and this record was lucky in that I'm really pleased. I was with True North, which is the new label I'm with.
Mhm.
I really thought a niche marketing like a blues record is something that True North would be good at, and they've proven to be really great at it. So I'm really really happy about that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I appreciate you and your music as well because I am a fan of the guys in Downchild Blues Band. Um, back in the day when Powder Blues Band was around as well. There's just something about the music that I just seem to relate to. So I really, really do enjoy it. Um,
But right.
and it's just good. I guess to move on a bit, you are actually going to be taking this album out on the road on tour in the new year
Mm-hmm.
in February and March, and it's going to be across Canada.
Yeah.
Um, and you're playing dates all over the place, and it's just again, I would suggest if tickets are on sale, go buy them.
We also have and Tammy Nielsen's opening up the shows, and she's got an interesting story. She's a Canadian, but she moved to New Zealand
Mm-hmm.
and ended up winning all kinds of awards down there. In New Zealand, she's quite the thing,
Ah,
and she's selling out 2,000 theaters throughout New Zealand. She
wow.
won a bunch of awards last year in their equivalent to the Junos. So she's opening the shows, and she sounds like, from what I've seen and heard, I think she's going to be a real nice mix for the show.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
and
we have Steve Mariner coming out on harmonica, and I think we'll have a small horn section out on the road with us this time too. So
ah, well, I'm gonna have to try. I'm in Sudbury, so I'm gonna have to try and catch either the Ottawa or Toronto show when February rolls
right. I think
around.
I
Definitely.
don't think we're playing there. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You haven't been in Sudbury since I think the last time I saw you here was at Sudbury Summerfest, and that's got to be probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Could be
Right.
longer,
Well,
but it's been.
we'll be
I know
back.
you were here.
I'm sure.
Now, actually, well, this album was released the 14th of October.
Yes.
Yes, and you never stop. You're a very busy man. November, you are heading over to the UK to do a number of shows over there.
Yeah, that's absolutely petrifying. We're playing this woman, Beth Hart from Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great singer, blues rock gal from down there, and she's been kind enough to take us on the road and take us on the road for these dates in the UK. So that'll be. We can't bring the whole band, so we're playing as a duo, but Glasgow all the way down to London. So I'll get to meet Beth Hart and have hopefully get some new fans along the way.
I'm sure you will. I'm absolutely sure you will. That it really sounds exciting. So when you come back, you're actually doing a gala benefit in Brampton with the the Bare Naked Ladies. Try to get that one out. Yes.
That's right. That's right.
And that's
We're
it's
doing for the hospitals in the area. I think 3 hospitals we were talking about.
yes, it's
So
the
yeah, we're doing that, and that'll be great. I come right back out of Europe for that, and then I think I have 2 days.
mm-hmm.
I have 2 days off, and I think I'm down to Chicago to start the Christmas train. So
Yes, you're on the
my
CP.
time is.
Yep, you're on the CP holiday train there.
So we're going.
Yep.
That's right. We're going Chicago, I guess, all the way 2 or 3 to 4, sometimes more, as many as 4 or 5 shows a day.
Oh my goodness.
And we live on the train, and the train pulls up, and out pops the doors, and out we come and play a few songs. So.
We have the holiday train coming through here, and it's going to be Dallas Smith is coming through on the
Nice.
train that comes through Sudbury, which is good. So I've got that date circled on my calendar. So yeah. Hey, actually, the last time I did see you was in September, and it was in London for the 2016 CCMA Awards, and you performed with Tim Hicks.
That's right.
Yeah. So I know you came back to the media room.
Crazy. And he was a very nice fellow.
He is.
All the guys, man, were great.
He is. Yeah. So that was a nice surprise to see you there. Definitely.
It's kind of crazy. Not usually my world.
Yeah. It's a fun world. I try and keep all my options open. I love all kinds of music. I don't like to say, oh, I like this particular genre or that particular one. Although I am known in most circles as the country girl, but yeah, as you can tell, I'm talking with you, so you are far from country. It's all good. It's all good. Well, I will let you get back to the rest of your day, but I thank you so very much for taking the time to chat with us.
Of course.
And
well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up?
That's it for me.
That's it for you. Okay. Well, thank you so very much. We've been speaking with Colin James, and I am Linda Heldman with Canadian Beats. Thanks, everyone.